last day we have seen roadways. Today we are going to see railways. So that is another one, land transport, means of transport. Okay, let us see what is railway and what is the importance of railway here in India. Railway are the principal mode of transportation for freight and passengers of India. For luggage as well as for travel purpose we are using railway. Railways also make it possible for people to conduct, please underline that one, multifarious activities like business, sightseeing, pilgrimage, along with the transportation of goods over longer distance. Means we are making the travel for business purpose, then for a pilgrimage purpose, for sightseeing purpose, even we are taking our luggage from one area to another area, that is for longer distance. For example, from Jammu Kashmir to Punjab, here Tamil Nadu, or Tamil Nadu to Calcutta, like that, long distance. For that purpose we are using railways. Then for sightseeing we have some special trains especially meant for the tourist purpose, or Maharaja, like that trains are there, very costly, as well as they are taking weeks, many days to travel from one area to another area, only meant for the tourist purpose or for sightseeing. Then another one is pilgrimage, the major spots of pilgrimage, for example Tirupati, like that the people were they are visiting for gods, divine areas, Shirdi Sai Baba temple or the Tirupati temple, like that major areas we can see the train facilities available. Some trains are there, they are going through the major temples, major pilgrimage centers like Kashi, then Varanasi, then it is coming to Tirupati, like that major many temples they are connecting. It may take 2 to 3 weeks time and traveling one temple to another temple and with the passengers, and all the passengers will get down there and they will move, they will give time like that, half an hour, 1 hour, then afterwards they want to come back, like that how we are going for pilgrimage. Then apart from an important means of transportation, the Indian Railway have been a great integrating force for more than 150 years. This lockdown time in the month of March and April, we have seen that also coming in the form of lockdown. Otherwise 150 years it was running continuously. And railways in India bind the economical life of the country as well as accelerate the development of the industry and agriculture. We can understand that the water transportation, that is the cheapest mode of transportation, but everywhere it is not available. So we are depending on railway for the taking the bulky things like iron, coal, like that things from one area to another area for industrial purpose. So railway, it is very much needed for the development, economical development of the country, as well as not only the economical development, as well as we can see the development, cultural integration also with the help of railway. Because railway, if it is starting from South India, it is going to North India, and the people, those who are traveling from South India to North India, or the crew members of the train, they are also mingling with many cultures, and they are accepting some of the methods of their tradition or culture, and they are bringing it back to our own area. And slowly we are, for example, we are celebrating Holi, and here in our area we are not celebrating that much, but if you are visiting many years in Delhi or Punjab, that area, we can understand that how much they are enjoying in the time of Holi, especially pouring colors on each other, like that. And nowadays we can see in the cities, major cities in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we are started to celebrate that Holi with the colors. In olden days it was not there like that. So the cultural interchange as well as economical development, and the in economical development on the basis of business and industry, even agricultural changes we can development we can see. The next box, it is very important. Indian Railway is the largest public sector undertaken in the country. We are having airways, postal, like that many services are there. In that maximum workers, we are getting the largest sector, it is railway. And the first train steamed off from Mumbai to Thane in 1853, covering distance of 34 kilometers. That used to ask as a one-word question. Both the sentences are important. Both the sentences used to ask us a one-word question. Please note it. Then, Indian Railway is now recognized as reorganized into 16 zones. It is having 16 zones. That details I will give in another. I will send it separately with the map. I will send it, and details I will send it a separate video. Okay, we are having 16 zones now. Then, your activity: find out the current railway zones and their headquarters, and allocate the headquarters of railway zones on the map of India. Now, that zonal and headquarters map is not important for board exam, that is there, but we need it for our future life. So, we will do that activity also, and with the help of, I will send some separate map, this what we can say zonal map and other things. With the help of that one, you can do this activity. Okay. We are moving to the textbook part. The distribution pattern of the railway network in the country has been largely influenced by the physiographic, economic and administrative factors. Please underline that one: physiographic, economic and administrative. Means the construction of the railway, the physiography is very plain area, means very easily they can construct. Like that area, we can see the maximum railway. If you are thinking like that, here two states, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, we are the neighboring states. Okay. And if you are looking at to Tamil Nadu, each and every major cities, it is connected with railway. But if you are looking to Kerala, there is only one railway line, like that major one railway line, that is the through the coastal area, and that is the only one. And the other Shabarimala, like that famous temples, not even connected through railway still. That is the condition, because the terrain is not like that flat like Tamil Nadu. Here also we are having like that the areas. If you want to go to Ooty, and railway is there, but that we are not preferring to go by railway nowadays, because that traveling is not that much safe like that we are feeling. But it is safe. Many people, poor people, they are traveling through that railway also. So, next one, it is economic factor, where we are having this maximum industries, maximum agriculture, then mines. Like that area, it is connected through railways, because they want to transport the bulky things to from one area to another area. It may be finished product, or it may be raw material, or it may be workers to that particular site. Then administrative factors. Now, in that we can see the capitals of the states as well as the national capital. It is connected through railways. Means that is important. We want to, the administrators, they want to travel very fastly from one area to other area. For that purpose also we are having that arrangement of railway connection and other things. Then one of the example, it is given the about northern plain. Not only one, many examples given in the textbook. First one we are going to see northern plain. Northern plains with their vast level land, high population density and high agricultural resources provide the most favorable condition for the growth. Please underline why in the northern plain the maximum network of the railway we can see. Why? That is the usually asking question. Usually used to ask this question also. Why in northern plain we are having maximum network or good network of maximum level of network of railways? Why? First one, the physiography, that is the level, vast level land. Second one, high population density, that is another one, because economic thing we can see the many mines, then factories with thickly population. So, that is the economical factors. Then we can see the agricultural product, another one thing, rich agricultural resources also, means the wheat and other things that want to reach to other parts of the country. So, it is needed, that also related to economic. So, why it is plain land, then thickly populated, means each and every train will be filled with the people. The next one, the agriculture, resources. Then next one, however, a large number of rivers requiring construction of bridge across their wide beds posed some obstacle. Then the northern area, northern plain, what is the obstacle? What are the obstacles we are facing when we are making the railway network? That is the many rivers like that, the Ganga and its tributaries, Yamuna and other tributaries. Because of that, we want to construct many bridges, and we know that river is not flowing in a straight line. It is like waves. It is here, there, like that. It is moving. So we want to construct many bridges over one river itself when we are constructing the railway. That is the one of the obstacle. And the flood, according to the flood, we may lose our bridge what we made in the summer season, or in the winter season what we are making, we may lose it in the time of flood also. So these are the some of the obstacles what we are facing in the northern plain. But when we are moving to other area, we can see obstacles are more than the possibilities. That is the speciality of northern plain. Only one obstacle, that is related to the bridges over the rivers. And other areas, hilly areas or other coastal areas, many obstacles are there and possibilities are very less. Okay, we are moving to next part. In the hilly terrains of the peninsular region, railway tracks are laid through low hills, gaps and tunnels. In the we can see that one when we are coming from Mumbai to here in Chennai, or from Chennai to Kerala we are going. Means how it is constructed? It is constructed through the tracks are laid by the low hills, means the downside of the foot of the hills, or the gaps in between two hills there when we are getting gap, or we want to make the tunnels. That is the situation when we are making the railway track in the hilly areas or the peninsular region. And the Himalayan mountain region too are unfavorable for the construction of the railway lines due to high relief, means it is very high area. Another one, sparse population, very less people, and the lack of economical opportunities. There we can't see like that any other Amarnath like that. Some temples are there that for a temporary, for 6 months it is working, so other 6 months it will be closed down. So there is no other economical possibilities from Himalayan region. But we know that 6 months we are getting good amount of money because of the pilgrimage people. We are even Indians and outside people also moving to that area. Then likewise, it was difficult to lay railway line into the sandy plain of the western Rajasthan, the Indian desert. That area also it is very difficult. Swamp of Gujarat and forest tracts of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, Odisha and Jharkhand. Because the hilly areas in between we are not getting like that any gap like that areas, it is difficult to make the railways. Then we are moving to the Western Ghat and Eastern Ghat. The contiguous stretch of the Sahyadri could be crossed only through gaps or the passes, means ghats. That is in Western Ghat we want to make the passes. We know that from Goa to what is that place name? Not Nipani, Belgaum, not okay. I will say that place name. That there is one ghat it is coming, means we are crossing from the Konkan coast to out near to the Pune. We are coming to that area. And another one, it is Palakkad. There is one we have made like that railways. Like that, very few areas we can see that we are crossing the Western Ghat. But in Eastern Ghat we don't want to think like that, because there is in between gaps, but it is presence of river is there. We want to construct bridges. Then now we are having the Konkan railway, that is the west coast railway, that is recently we made, means near about we can say like that 20 years already over 97, I think the commissioned in 97, and now it is to the 2020, means 22 years we completed after making of Konkan Railway. Then that also helping us to move the take the passengers as well as goods in that is the very economical region, means connection with Mumbai and Goa, both area it is very then Mangalore, we can see seaport, airport plus railway connections. We can see in this area, in the coastal area, one is Mumbai, then next one is Goa, then next one is Mangalore, then it is reaching to Cochin. Like that, that is the Konkan Railway. It is not reaching to Cochin, but the starting up to the Kasaragod, like that area. Okay, then by that we can see the passengers, they are traveling very faster. In olden days it was taking 3 days to reach from if you are from starting from Cochin to Delhi, it was taking 3 days time, means 3 nights and 3 days to reach to Delhi. Now it is by 2 days and 2 nights. By the with the help of this Konkan Railway we can reduce our timing, traveling time. Then traveling through Konkan, it is even it is rainy season or in winter season or summer season, it is we are getting the different types of sightseeing also. And if you are coming to this area, it not like that sightseeing is there, but not like Konkan area. We can't see like that many ocean side we can see when we are going through Konkan route. We can see one side ocean, one side Western Ghat, like that in between we are passing, and many tunnels are there, and we are feeling like that that is kilometers of tunnels, not like the small tunnels. Okay, then okay, it has also faced a number of problems such as sinking of track in some stretches and landslides. When we was making the Konkan Railway, not only Konkan Railway, wherever we made railways, we face many problems, and especially here in the Konkan side, because it is coastal area. So the sinking of the, because downside when we are looking upside, it is we are feeling like that it is mud, and downside it may be the thickness of mud will be very less. So after making the this one railway track, when the trains are passing, that will sink it going down to the water, or landslide. In both side it is one side it is full of hills, one side it is coastal area. So in between we can see the coastal area, it is so narrow. In that area they made the track in between the hills. So both side like a big wall, 3-4 storied building, like that big walls of mud, and it used to slide in every rainy season. That are the some of the problems we are facing from by Konkan Railways. Okay, we will continue in next video.